Hola cafeños, we are Café con Leche Travels. My name is Travis.
My name is David.
And in today's video, we're going over the entire process of how to get your temporary Mexican residency visa.
So let's go. The reason why we are making this video is because there is so much confusion around the process of getting your visa, why immigration has changed their policies, what those policies may be. So we wanted to give some clarity from our own perspective to maybe help alleviate any kind of anxiety or stress that you might have.
And this is the video we wish we had, just outlining everything from start to finish with someone who has gone through the process. So hopefully this is helpful to you. If it is, please subscribe and hit the bell. It helps out us immensely. The reason we decided to get our temporary residency visa is we had been in Mexico for about a year on 2 tourist visas. So as many of you know, you can enter Mexico and get up to 180 days on a tourist visa. In the past, these were given out almost to everyone that landed, kind of without question for how long you're gonna stay in the country. Recently, if you've been paying attention and seen a couple of other YouTube videos, you might know that immigration has seemingly changed their stance on how often and how many 180-day visas they're giving out.
Now, we do know a lot of people who are still getting 180 days.
A lot.
So we don't want that to deter you from coming if you're thinking about coming to Mexico, because the possibility is still there. This has always been, it's not some new thing. They're just following the regulations a little bit closer now.
For us, it made sense to go ahead and apply for the temporary residency visa, which would give us 1 year to stay in the country, reapply for a temporary residency visa every year, and then in the 5th year, you can convert that to a permanent residency visa in Mexico.
Woo!
We're not sure if we're gonna do all that, but this felt right for us right now.
This process has to start outside of the country of Mexico. You have to do it in the States. We decided to do it in Washington, D.C. The first thing you're gonna need is the application and your financial documents from your bank going back 6 months. The financial requirements are different depending on what consulate you go to and what state. Financial requirements in D.C. are that you need to make an income of $2,500 for 6 consecutive months.
This needs to be a direct deposit into your bank account, or you can show your pay stubs, but you need to show that history for 6 months or more.
Or you need to have a certain amount in savings, so check the consulate's website to make sure exactly what that amount is.
All of these requirements are on the consulate website, so make sure you read through them very carefully and bring everything that they're asking, even if it's not something we're mentioning in this video.
So after that, you're going to need to make an appointment on the website, and that can be a little bit tricky.
Because so many people, it seems, are applying for residency visas in Mexico now because of the change in how immigration is handling tourists and residents, these appointments are getting booked up very quickly.
So what we did is emailed the consulate directly. They were able to tell us when they were releasing the next month's appointments.
And on that day, we signed in to the website and refreshed the page starting at 7 a.m., which was actually 8 a.m. Eastern because we were in Central.
We were literally on a plane.
Yes, we were at the airport heading back to the States, not sure if we were actually gonna get an appointment because the appointment's booked up in less than 10 minutes. So our advice to you, we've had a couple people email and reach out to us asking how we got the appointment. Do that, email the consulate and ask them very kindly when they're going to release the next batch of appointments. Normally it's a month at a time, we think. That's what it was in DC. And then be ready that day and just keep refreshing. And as soon as you see an appointment, grab it and book it.
Because it goes so fast.
So it's important to be flexible and give yourself time for this process because it might take a couple months of trying to get that appointment. So maybe don't book your flight until you have an appointment.
So the day of appointment, you should show up about 10 minutes early. For DC, it was not very busy. Actually, there was no one in the waiting room when we got there. So they took us in earlier than our time because there was no one there. We presented all those documents to the consulate and you just kind of sit and wait while she or he looks over all of your documents to make sure everything's correct, to make sure that you have everything in a row and filled out correctly.
Once you are approved, there is a payment that they're gonna ask for. We were able to pay with a card. We did bring cash just in case, for whatever reason, the card machine is down or something happened. We wanted to make sure we were good. Although, as I say that, I'm not even sure they were accepting cash payments, but double check the website, be prepared with with the payment, and after they approve you, they're gonna fingerprint you, take your picture, and then put a visa, like a whole page, in your passport.
And at that appointment, they do give you a list of the things that you'll need on the Mexico side, so you won't be completely in the dark on what to do next.
And then you are ready to fly back to Mexico to complete the second part of the process.
So while you're on the plane back to Mexico, you're gonna get an FMM card. You'll need to fill that out on the plane, and you'll present that to the immigration officer. And in that process, you need to make sure you let them know that you are in the process of getting your temporary residency. So they will then put 30 days on that FMM card and the word canje, which is very important. That means exchange, and that is part of the process of getting the temporary residency.
So do not leave that immigration officer without them looking at your visa and your passport and writing canje on your FMM card. Once you enter Mexico, you have 30 days to make it to your local immigration office and complete the process. Now, because there are so many people on this side doing the same exact thing as you are, and you can only make an appointment online, we suggest making that appointment maybe before you even enter Mexico, just so you can get it in that 30-day window.
So once you get your appointment, there are very important things you'll need to do before the actual appointment. These are forms that you'll need to fill out, make copies of, as well as make copies of your visa on your passport itself, and the FMM card.
We used a wonderfully detailed blog post for all of this that we're gonna link below, and was forwarded to us by one of our cafeños. Shout out to Amy. We literally could not have done this without you. Amy and Jake, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
They are the reason that we were successful with this whole process, and we just wanna pass along the wonderful information that they provided us. So that blog post is below. Read through it super carefully. They've detailed everything that you're going to need, but you do need to print out 3 forms. And one of these forms is called the Pago de Derechos. You're going to need to print that out and take that to a bank in Mexico and pay for the visa before your appointment.
During your application process, you're getting a specific number that will be on all of the documents that you need. But this bank form is going to have your specific number that you have once you apply. And that is all on the INM website. This may change depending on when you decide to come to Mexico, but the fee we had to pay was $237 each.
About 4,700 pesos that you had to bring in cash and pay at the teller at the bank.
And they will give you a receipt. Make sure that you keep that receipt because you're going to need that to make a copy as well.
And as far as we know, you can go to any bank. We went to BBVA.
On the basic form where you're filling out kind of your basic information, at the bottom, you're going to need to give out your employment information. And we've heard, we don't know how true or clear this really is, but we were told not to put that you work online because this can create errors and maybe a denial in the process of your application. So you just need to put what industry you work in, but don't put that you work directly online.
If you know something different, why this is the case, or have an experience with any of this process that you think would be helpful for people that are watching, please leave it below in the comments. So once you have all of your documents printed out, photocopied, filled out, and the receipt for paying your application fee, it is time to go to your INM appointment.
Which for us is in 1 hour, so we gotta go.
We wanted to take you along for the ride. We're probably not gonna be able to film inside the INM office, but we'll let you know what happens. Fingers crossed, we have a temporary residency visa at the end of this video.
So let's go. This video is sponsored by us. We are excited to announce our Café con Leche Market.
We've been working on this for a while and we're so excited that it's finally ready. Inside the Café con Leche Market, we are bringing to you the freshest, most delicious coffee on the internet. We've partnered with high quality suppliers, coffee farms from around the world, and a roaster in the United States that will roast your coffee beans the day you place your order, which means you can enjoy Café con Leche travels with some Café con Leche in your house.
So you have the awesome option of picking your favorite premium bag of beans, subscribing, and with that, you can have your beans delivered every week, every other week, or every month.
How easy is that? We can't wait for you guys to taste this delicious coffee and let us know what you think. Also in the market, you can grab some Café con Leche mugs, some cool shirts, sweatshirts, and we will continually be updating the store with more merchandise.
And now, back to the video.
It is a beautiful 82 degrees at the beginning of February. One of the reasons we want to be residents of Mexico.
It is beautiful.
Winter is definitely the time to enjoy Merida because even though it's hot, it is not crazy humid. It feels great. And we're done!
We did it! We have it! It's physically in our possession.
We would show you, but there's important numbers on it that we don't want to put on the internet. There was a line, however, we had an appointment, so we actually only sat outside for a little bit. True to Cafeño tradition.
We made mistakes so that you don't have to.
So here's what not to do. 1, we said earlier, you have to make the appointment within 30 days of landing. Well, we didn't do it online, and so we got here and then went to the INM office. Then they were like, you have to make the appointment online, so we did. Today is more than 30 days after we landed.
So you have to make your appointment as soon as you receive your FMM card. Make your appointment online. Thankfully, the lovely woman who was working today decided to throw some grace our way and just kind of explain to me why it was an error, but she just refilled out the form and let us go through.
Second mistake.
You need to put your name on the application exactly how it is on your passport. So that's middle name, you got a junior, senior, the third, whatever. You have to put it all on there.
We didn't do that.
No. Whoops.
So don't be us. And the third mistake, which is pretty obvious, but everything that you fill out on the forms in Mexico need to be in Spanish. Our address got auto-corrected and we didn't notice it to some English words in there. But again, the agent was very kind.
So kind. She like laughed about it. That's how kind she was.
She didn't need to be though.
No, she really did not.
And really the effects of all these mistakes, she told us, could have meant fly back to the States and then come back to Mexico, get a new FMM card, get an appointment within the 30 days with everything filled out correctly.
And also we would have had to pay the fee for the expired FMM card as well.
So she saved us a lot of money, time, and stress. So don't be us, learn from all of our mistakes.
But that just speaks to the general kindness that we always speak about in Mexico, how someone is always willing to help you out.
So in total, our appointment today took about an hour, which is incredibly quick. We had heard from other friends that they've spent a couple hours at the INM office, so definitely plan to spend the day. We did.
Yeah.
But it was very quick.
Very quick, very easy. The whole thing was done in English. On my side, I told them I spoke a little bit of Spanish, so she spoke complete English when I was doing my part of it.
I came prepared with my Espanol. But yes, you can speak English. Well, we got an agent who luckily spoke English. Not sure how common that is, but...
So the next step is in a year, we renew, and that process looks like just the paperwork on the INM website, and you make sure you have that all in Spanish and clear, and you don't have to show any financial records again or anything like that, and you just do that in a year.
Next time we will come correct. All right, we are so happy to be temporary residents of this beautiful, beautiful country.
So grateful, so thankful, so... Okay.
And hopefully by sharing our experience, we made the process a little more clear for you. If, again, you have been through this process and had a different experience or want to share something that will be helpful for people who haven't yet done it, please leave your experiences below in the comments. We always learn so much from our comment section.
Yes. We come out with new videos every Thursday and Saturday, so make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you get notified when those videos are coming out.
All right, here comes our tagline.
Hasta luego.
We'll see you next time.